Okay, now that you have heard about the different types and all that, let's go to another quick poll. Again, take out your mobile phone, scan the QR code, and tell us which body parts of yours are affected by arthritis. And this is a free response question, and that just means that you type in your answer, and you probably have more than one answer. So for example, you might say hip and spine, or for some of us, it could be the neck and the ankles, or the wrist and the fingers. Okay, so we have some answers coming in now. Wrist, sacroiliac joint. Okay, this is a very specialized joint in the pelvis. Knees. Lots of knees here that we can see. Toes. Okay, I'm so glad that I didn't see a generic answer like too many joints. Sometimes I see that when I ask this question. Well, thank you all for your very generous sharing. All parts of the body, here we go. That's too many parts I was telling you about. Great, wow. So ankles, wrists, knees, lots of knees that we keep seeing. Hips, knees, and ankles. Jaw, okay, that's a very rare one, jaw. Groin just means hips as well. Okay, I think let's have a stop here, and thank you all for participating in this, and this helps us understand what the other families on the other side of the screen are experiencing. So you can see from this little poll that there are a number of body parts that can be affected, and because of the variety of body parts that's involved, the treatment programs for each child with JIA can be very similar, but rarely identical. So here's an illustration of what a healthy joint and arthritic joint looks like. So you can see that both have got bones. There's a cartilage that actually covers the ends of the bones. There's this fluid, which is really called, it's a lubricating fluid, and it's called the synovial fluid. And in the arthritic joint, you can see that the joint has become a lot bigger. If you look at this cross section across here, it's a lot bigger. And if you look at the joint capsule, which is on the healthy joint, is this orange, thicker outline on the left side. In arthritic joint, this joint capsule has become angry and has become thickened and has become red. So red just means that it's inflamed, it's getting angry. So in arthritic joint, it's larger, the joint capsule is thicker, and there's a lot more joint fluid, a lot more synovial fluid. Synovial fluid is formed by a membrane on the inside of the joint capsule, and that's called the synovium. And this is an illustrated diagram, and what we actually see on a person is this. And this is just the start of the JIA. So what happened was that when the inflammatory chemicals are released, the synovium, which is the thin membrane that makes the synovial fluid, becomes really active and becomes really inflamed, and it makes lots and lots of fluid, okay? And as a result, let me just bring you back to the previous screen. There's a lot of fluid in here. The joint becomes really, really tight. And the joint feels painful, sore, tender, red, and you might even, you'll find it difficult to move, and you might even get a low-grade fever. Now, with all the joint inflammation and swelling, stiffness and soreness are the most common symptoms in JIA. However, JIA can affect very, very young children, and very, very young children often don't have very good expressive language skills yet. So they won't use the words sore and stiff. Instead, they will say how they feel, which is it hurts, it's ouchy. They will describe what they see. It's often common actually to hear children say that, oh, my knee has ballooned up like a balloon, has swollen up like a balloon. They also say what they can't do. I can't walk, I can't move. While adults, as parents, we see a swollen joint, we see a leg that cannot fully straighten, we see that the child doesn't put enough weight on the affected leg, and we see that the child is unwilling to stand on the affected